What's up? Today we are test riding this Kawasaki KLX 300SM. Little different than my normal style, but shout out to Macomb Powersports for hooking it up. Let me take some of these on test rides. These guys are super sick here. Hopefully I don't lose my mount here. Let's take it for a test ride. So real quick, shout out to Macomb Powersports for letting me rip around a few of these bikes. So this bike is very tall off the ground. I am 5'10" and barely flat foot in this thing. It's definitely a taller bike. It's got a very twitchy feel to it. Twitchy clutch. See if we can pull out in front of this car here. Everything's pretty smooth. I'm in neutral right now. Weird. Couldn't get it out of neutral. So very upright seating, very comfortable position. Foot pegs are a little tight where the brake is. I'm used to having a little bit wider stance, or a little wider toe on my stance. And I just gotta feel out this shifter a little bit. But so far everything's riding pretty smooth. There's no gear indicator. I mean, this is not a heavy bike whatsoever, so it still feels pretty stable on the freeway. Not gonna lie, we're going 70. I'm not gonna go over the speed limit here. I got no desire to speed. You know, you don't feel a ton of power. Windscreen's nice, especially on the freeway. Sorry if the mic's bad, it's very windy out. So far it feels like a dirt bike, very much like a dirt bike. The gears, I don't know if I'm a big fan of how it shifts. I feel like I have to be very aggressive with the shifter, but this is just first impressions, first ride. But it does feel like a dirt bike. I'm used to having a very wide tank in the front. Feels a little bit more nimble. If you ride dirt bikes already, you'll probably feel pretty at home. Braking feels really good. Handling, pretty easy. Clutch is very friendly. Shifting, I mean, it's taken me a little getting used to, but shifting's pretty friendly. Downshifting, the shifting it's not as clunky. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like I've downshifted or shifted up. I'm gonna go in this little area, this little village. You know, it handles really good. I mean, it handles like a bike, you know, like a bicycle almost. It's very much geometry like a bike. Your feet are kind of right underneath you. Your posture's pretty upright. Suspension feels really, I mean, you have a ton of suspension on this thing. It feels really good. It's gonna be real nimble, real easy to maneuver. It's a very light bike. I'm just gonna go over this speed bump with a ton of speed, easy. And it feels good. Windscreen, like I said, that's a nice feature to have. No clue where I'm at now. I got lost in this little place. Freeway, it's okay on the freeway. I'm not gonna be speeding on it. I mean, this is not a fast bike by any means, which is good for a lot of people, keep you out of trouble. And I don't mind not having a gear indicator, although with this one in particular, it's hard for me to feel what gear I'm in. So it would be nice if there was some kind of indicator. I like to do these left turns because it kind of makes me get on it a little bit. This would be a quick acceleration for us here. I mean, it gives, it's not a ton, but it does give a little bit. I mean, this is a really friendly bike at the end of the day. Who do I think this bike is for? If you want a casual but fun commute, if you're gonna be on this thing for a while, I mean, this is a comfortable ride. I mean, it's really comfortable. This is not for your need for speed folk. This is, you want something comfortable, nimble, fun, I mean, if you're commuting to and from work, this would be an awesome bike for something like that. The capabilities of this on some off-road stuff, this is probably not for your shorter rider, as it's definitely a little bit taller of a seat. You know, I'm almost flat footing at 5'10", so if you're shorter than 5'10" or you got short legs, keep that in mind as well. So we'll go through braking's easy. I mean, it's a really light bike. It does not take much to slow down on this thing. Accelerating is a little bit slow. It's got plenty of get up and go to get you out of a sticky situation, as well as if you gotta, you know, take a left across a 4-lane road. Handles amazing. I mean, steering, this thing is all of a dirt bike, maybe a little stiffer. The seat's comfortable. I mean, for what it is, if you're used to riding a dirt bike, this is going to be no different. It is tall though. It is very tall. I mean, I could ride this thing for a long time. More specs will be below. I'm just kind of going over the rider feel. Despite downshifting, because I really, me personally, I like a more significant click, a more pronounced shift. I was a lot more biased at the beginning. Now I'm pretty neutral. I think it's fine. It is probably a good beginner bike. Honestly, it's not a ton of power. It doesn't feel as stable at high speeds. I don't necessarily know if that's what I would get this bike for. This would probably excel on a dirt road. So if you live on a dirt road, a little more aggressive tire on here, very delicate neutral. If you put a knobbier tire on this, you would probably get a little bit better off-road ride. So if you lived on a dirt road, this would be great for something like that. Super fun, super easy, like I said.
Also, something to note is there's no fuel gauge, and a full tank gets roughly 65-ish miles, depends on the conditions, weight of the rider, and all these other factors, but I wouldn't push it past 60 miles before you fill up again. One small downside, not the end of the world if you're just doing short trips and then filling up occasionally.